Now, for this game, Lee Chong Wei is going to target Victor Axelsson's backhand side, and especially the stick smashes and the smashes. And because Victor is relatively tall, so he has to really turn and then get low. And the other weakness that Lee Chong Wei for this game is going to target is actually the body of Victor Axelsson. And one of the reasons why is because for taller players, defending the body is actually a little bit harder because it takes them more time to react, and they got a little bit more surface area, so it's going to be harder to defend that area. So for this game, Victor Axelsson is going to try and use his best weapon, his smash, and kind of limit Lee Chong Wei's angles by using the two lanes and kind of focusing on those lanes.
Well, what a start by the former champion.
We saw him in Thomas Cup come out absolutely fine. Also
now, usually for when you're targeting somebody's weakness, you don't want to start right away using that corner. So what Lee Chong Wei is going to do, if you see in this rally, he's actually going to target the other corners first and just kind of move Axelsson around using those adjacent corners. And once he's off position, he's going to change his angle targeting towards that side. So it makes it harder for Victor to kind of retrieve the corner where he's not as good as the other corners.
Because of his
Now, we know now that Lee Chong Wei is going to focus mainly on the right corner of Axelsson's weakness. So before he does that, he wants to focus on the left side of the court. And how he's going to do this is within that half court on the left side that's highlighted, you can actually change it into smaller parts. So here I just changed it to 4 corners of the half court. So what Lee Chong Wei is going to do is when Axelsson is in good balance and his position is good, he's going to use those corners to kind of maneuver him and create different angles, smaller angles, but not as wide, to get him a little bit off balance. So he's going to focus on the left side, moving him, using those 4 boxes on the left. And then once he's really off balance, then he'll change to the bigger square on the right. Now what I've done is I label the boxes with numbers just so it makes it easier to look at. So if you look at the first combinations, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, they're usually in straights. So Lee Chong Wei doesn't want to do that too much because he wants to make Axelsson travel in a diagonal. And one of the reasons is when a player travels diagonally, it's harder to change directions. And especially for a taller player, it's going to be really hard to kind of move in zigzags. So instead, what he wants to do is maybe start at number 1 and make a move to number 4, or number 2 to 3, and you see how it's in a diagonal. And so it's going to be hard for Axelsson to move in that half court. Or you can go the reverse. You can do 3 to 2 or 4 to 1. And then once he's off balance, he's going to find him off balance on the left side of the half court and then finish try and win the point off of number 5. Now that you know these strategies, try and pay attention to the shots that Lee Chong Wei does and see if you can follow the pattern. Now, for this shot in particular, Axelsson is already stuck at number 1, so that's square. So he does a smash, and you see Lee Chong Wei is the shot is in good quality, so it's kind of hard to go from 1 to 5 because it's really hard to do a cross in that position, so he has to reset.
Bangkok, then possibly, perhaps, he also will feel himself as an underdog. He might have a chance.
Oh, that's a magnificent smash from Lee Chong Wei. Also, we need to factor in the fact that...
Now, if you guys find this video helpful, please like, please subscribe, please comment what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Simple Badminton.